I'll give you the secret right now. I'll give you every secret you could ever need to be ultra successful and have everything that you want in your life. But are you ready to receive that? Are you just going to hear me, or are you going to actually do what I tell you to do? Listen, your inner dialogue, the words that you say, the things that you speak, all of those create images in your mind, in your imagination. Vivid scenes that are going to happen to you potentially in the future, depending on how you feel about those and how powerful of a feeling is created from those images that are created from your talking or your inner dialogue. That's what manifests back into your world. You're creating timelines, future events to happen to you within the future. And it's not happening from frequencies and all these different energies and things. It literally happens from your inner dialogue, what you're saying to yourself within, or whatever you're speaking out. These things create images in your mind, and they correlate that to a future event that may or may not happen, depending on how you feel about that. Feeling is a secret. Your inner dialogue creates images in your mind, in your imagination. Those images create feeling states within you based on your concept of self. Then they're pushed out from a feeling state. How you feel about those, that's the stage. Then the subconscious reprograms the automated system, the software program that you're in right now, where you automatically do things. And listen, I'm going to give you a really good example of creating things 100% of the time, or 98, 95% of the time, where the subconscious is going to create everything that you say to yourself, every image that comes into your mind, every feeling state that you have. Your promises to yourself. And I'm going to give you an example of this. If you always kept your promises to yourself, if you said you were going to do something and you did that thing, no matter what, unless there was something that was out of your control, that you could not do it, okay? If you were to do all of those things and be the person you love, respect, and admire to yourself, and keep all of your promises to yourself, that's what creates your reality. Because if you were to say to yourself right now, as an example, say you have $1,000 in your checking account, you're $10,000, $20,000 in debt, whatever it may be. And you were to say to yourself right now, I have $200,000. I'm no longer in debt. I'm wealthy. I'm successful. I'm rich. And you say this outwardly or inwardly, like intentionally in the present moment, you say this to yourself. What happens? Your concept of self believes everything that you say because you always keep your promises to yourself. So when you say that, it creates images that see you and create a timeline of a future event where that is going to happen to you. Because you kept your promises to yourself and you trust yourself, you believe in yourself, because you always keep your promises to yourself. Now the subconscious mind trusts you. It feels everything from that concept. So if you say, I am a millionaire, and you've been keeping your promises to yourself, you're going to create an image in your mind where you are a millionaire doing millionaire things, whatever that may be in your own current field. All right. And then that feeling state is going to connect. You're going to feel that and know that to be true. And then the subconscious mind is going to feel that 100% connection. Okay. And then it's going to be produced in your outer world. And why I say this is because we have to keep our promises to ourselves. We have to believe in ourselves, because if you say, oh, I'm going to be here at this time, I'm going to do that, I'm going to be here, I'm going to show up on time, I'm going to wake up at this time, I'm going to work out every day, I'm going to make these calls, but you don't do but maybe 20% of those, you're going to get 20% of your manifestations then, because you don't believe in yourself. You don't keep your promises to yourself. God lives within you. Christ lives within you, and it's all created from that. And if you show up and do everything that you say you're going to do 99% of the time, or 95%, the images in your mind are going to be associated with that inner dialogue and create that image in your mind. And those feeling states are going to connect with that. And the subconscious mind is going to feel all of this. So ask yourself this: if your manifestations aren't coming true, what's going on? It's because you aren't keeping your promise to yourself. You can't believe in yourself. You don't want to create this for yourself because you don't feel that you're ready for it. Because if you can't keep your promises to the things that you're going to do for people you care about, for your job, for your business, whatever that may be, and you're always not doing it, then you're not going to allow yourself to get those things. And what this comes down to is becoming a non-negotiable person within yourself. What kind of concept of self are you creating for you? Is it someone that does half of everything they say? Then you're going to get half, if that, of your manifestations and the things you want to create within your reality. When you become someone you love, respect, and admire to you, not anyone else, but to you, and you believe in yourself, you say something to someone else, you do it. When you say you're going to do something within yourself, you write down 10 things before you go to sleep at night, and you do all those things, you're going to get all of the things that you desire, everything that you image, everything that you visualize. It's all going to be brought to you because of feeling states. It all starts with your inner dialogue, how you feel about yourself, what's going on within you all the time. And if you love yourself and you're keeping your promises to yourself and you're non-negotiable, you love yourself. You're going to give yourself everything. Christ lives within you. It says it all through the Bible. You are a particle of God. You are the giver. Judge not unless you want to be judged yourself. What does that mean? That means that if you don't do what you say you're going to do, you're going to judge yourself. You're not going to allow yourself to get those things. So if you're trying to manifest stuff and you're not getting it, and you're blaming it on some coach or you're blaming it on some system, that's not what it is. Maybe they don't know how to explain what I'm explaining to you today. And I see that all the time. I see these guys, these coaches that have millions of subscribers, millions, and they don't know what I'm telling you right now. They cannot break it down this way. But what I'm saying to you is the absolute truth because I've experienced it. I've gone through hell with this stuff. I've done all of the research. I've done all of the experiments. I've seen everything within my mind, and I'm giving you that today. You have to become non-negotiable with you. And when you become non-negotiable and you love yourself, you keep your promises to yourself, and everything you say, you really go after and you try to do because that's the person you love, respect, and admire, and you love that about yourself, you're going to allow yourself to receive everything because your inner dialogue is what? Positive. It's talking good about you. And what happens? I'm the only person that says this. What happens with inner dialogue? They create images up here of a future timeline and event that's going to happen to you. From those things, I love myself. I deserve to be a millionaire. Look at what I'm doing. I keep all of my promises. I'm non-negotiable. I do everything that I say. I deserve that. So what happens? That's automatically happening within you when you do this. You don't even have to monitor it. You don't have to observe it. That's what it's doing if you do this. And then the images of you being a millionaire, you being successful, having everything you desire because you believe that to be true, because you kept your promises to yourself. You deserve that. And from those images, from that inner dialogue, are creating those powerful feeling states that you just feel magnetic. Because when you become someone you love, respect, and admire, and you keep your promises to yourself, you feel so good all the time, right? So positive, so grateful. You have so much gratitude. You feel so abundant. You're like, oh yeah, I did that. I said I was going to do that, and I did that. I was non-negotiable, and I'm doing this every day, every week, every month. And those feeling states are so powerful from that inner dialogue into those images of seeing you as this new individual. And then this future events are created from that, from the 3 dimensions of space into the 4th, into that timeline. Okay. This is what creates your reality. But really what happens is the feeling states are impressed into the subconscious. And then that identity that you've created, those inner dialogues, those images, those feeling states are going into the subconscious and pushing out an entirely new world, changing all of the events that are going to happen to you in the future. And then what happens? I've explained this before, and I've gone over this many times. What happens when you become non-negotiable? You change your inner dialogue, the images in your mind, your feeling states about who you are, being non-negotiable, being someone that keeps their promises to themselves, is acting like that person. What happens? The subconscious mind then reprograms what you automatically do. It feels you as being this identity, and then you become non-negotiable without you having to do any effort. There's no effort from you at that point. Once you reprogram yourself to be that individual, you're in that software program. And then you're going to be doing this stuff 95% of the time, automatically keeping all of your promises, being successful, being abundant. Your inner dialogues are positive. The images in your mind are associated with that, creating new timelines in the future for you to have new things, create new businesses, help more people, help all of your family members, everybody that you love. And you're creating that reality, and it's on autopilot now because you became this person, all by being non-negotiable, by writing down these things, by saying, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this tomorrow. I'm going to do this tomorrow. And you do it every time, every time, every time, every time. And you do it. You're this new individual, and you're creating an entirely new system, a new program that you're going to be living in. And before you know it, you're going to be going to bed, writing stuff down. You're like, I don't even remember doing that. Or I didn't even try to do that. It's just something that I did. And I did all of these things. I do all of these things all day long. And I'm successful. I'm helping all these people. I'm a millionaire. I have all these things because of that. Automatically, you're in the system now. That is your program. And that's what's controlling everything that happens to you in the future. This is literally the system, the secret. This is something that if you do, you will become ultra. I don't care who you are, where you've been, what's happening to you right now. If you were to change your life and do this, it doesn't matter where you are in life. If you were to just write down 5 to 10 things every night that you're going to do tomorrow that you've maybe been putting off. Maybe it's something not about you. It's about helping somebody else, right? You write that down. I'm going to do this today. I haven't done this for this person. I've been putting it off for 3 years, and now I'm going to do it. You write it down. I'm going to do this tomorrow. I'm going to do this tomorrow. I'm going to do this tomorrow. 5, 10 things. And you do all of those things. How are you going to fall asleep? Feeling is a secret, right? When you fall asleep at night, that's the inception point. And if you do everything that you say you're going to do, how are you going to feel about yourself, even if you don't visualize? You're going to be seeing yourself in your imagination as being someone better, as having more things, as being more successful. And you're falling asleep with what? That feeling state. Feeling is the secret as you drift to sleep into sats. You're drifting from a conscious state of being the person that you love, respect, and admire. And then you're drifting into sats, right? The subconscious mind feels this new identity. Oh my gosh, this person is now someone that loves themselves, that does everything they say, and they feel so good about themselves, and they're so confident. I have to change their world now. And then you're in a new system where you do that stuff automatically. And that's the magic. And if you can do that, nothing can stop you. You will be successful. I promise you. If you were to do this, if you could do this, change that. Become that version of you that you love, respect, and admire. Reprogram the subconscious. Be non-negotiable. Everything in your reality is going to change. You will have everything that you desire, guys. I love you. You know, this is what I want for each and every one of you. This is why I come on here every other day and do this. Okay? Start this tonight. Start it. Do it. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. And remember, it's all about you. It's all about inner dialogue. It's all about the images in here that create timelines and events in the future and your feeling states into the subconscious. That's pushed out into the simulation. Let's create, guys. I love you. I'll see you in the next one.